Please stand for the national anthem, which will be followed by the alma mater. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Good afternoon. My name is Abigail Bakurnis, and I am the president of the class of 2016. I would like to welcome you to the 2016 Long Reach High School graduation. Graduation day is finally upon us, and I would like to say congratulations to my fellow classmates for completing our high school career. These past years have paid off. High school has been an unforgettable journey that has prepared us for the future for whatever it may hold for us. An author, Catherine Pulsifer, once said, "Graduation is a conclusion of one chapter and a beginning of another." As this new chapter of our life starts to reveal itself, I would like to take this moment to thank everyone who has helped us get to this point. Our friends who helped us make this chapter easier, our families who helped us through it, and our teachers and administrators who helped us conclude this chapter and start the next. Although we may not be headed in the same direction, whichever way you choose to go, I hope you do so with a mind of positivity and success. It may not be easy, but it will be worth it. As this chapter closes, you have the power to write the next one. Make it one worth telling. Congratulations to the class of 2016. It's lit.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joshua Kalina. It is my pleasure to introduce our platform guests. We are grateful and honored that they are willing to take time out of their busy lives to be a part of our commencement this afternoon. It is my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Mr. Alan H. Kittleman, County Executive of Howard County. Miss Ellen Flynn Giles, Vice Chairman, Howard County Board of Education. Miss Sandra French, Member, Howard County Board of Education. Miss Cynthia Valencourt, Member, Howard County Board of Education. Dr. Renee Foose, Superintendent, Howard County Public Schools. Miss Linda Wise, Deputy Superintendent, Howard County Public Schools. The Honorable Eric Ebersol, Maryland House of Delegates, 12th District. The Honorable Dr. Terry Hill, Maryland House of Delegates, District 12. The Honorable Dr. Clarence Lawn, Maryland House of Delegates. The Honorable Frank S. Turner, Maryland House of Delegates, District 13. The Honorable Dr. Calvin Ball, Howard County Council, District 2. The Honorable John Winston, Howard County Council, District 9. Mr. Frank Eastham, Jr., Executive School Improvement and Administration, Howard County Public Schools. Dr. Gina Masella, Administrative Doctor of High Schools, Howard County Public Schools. And Dr. Helen Nixon, Chief Human Resource and Development Officer, Howard County Public Schools.
My name is Colleen Flaherty, and I would like to introduce Mrs. Leanne Kalina, Senior Class Sponsor. Mrs. Patricia Bakunis, Senior Class Sponsor. Mrs. Erin Rodebe, Long Reach High School Teacher of the Year. Mr. David P. Burton, Principal. Mrs. Sean Hastings Huff, Assistant Principal. Mr. Sam Richmond, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Sandra Suber, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Jennifer Whitten, Assistant Principal. Mr. Richard Smart, Administrative Intern. Miss Christina Kravitz, Assistant Principal, Homewood Center. Mr. Rick Robb, Administrator, Applied Research Lab. Miss Elizabeth Dolan, Counselor. Mrs. Tara Ebersol, Counselor. Miss Brett Moore, Counselor. Mr. Mike Repsher, Counselor. And Mrs. Jennifer Shepard, Counselor. Please join me in welcoming our guests to our commencement ceremony today. And now we will hear a musical selection from our music department. Good afternoon, class of 2016. My name is Colleen Flaherty, and it is my honor to introduce this year's Long Reach High School Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Erin Radebe. Mrs. Radebe earned a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from Merrimack College and a Master of Arts in Teaching from Loyola University. She spent 3 years as a volunteer teacher in Chicago and Durban, South Africa. For the last 8 years, she has been teaching chemistry and forensics at Long Reach High School, which she considers a second home. She has been the advisor to Science Olympiad, MESA, and XSTEM in efforts to encourage students in the STEM fields. This year, she was selected by the senior class as the Teacher of the Year for Long Reach High School. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Mrs. Erin Radebe.
So first, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to SGA and the senior class for this opportunity and this honor. And my students have made teaching here at Long Reach an absolute joy every day. So thank you guys. Instead of advice for your future, I was hoping to present you with a challenge. It's related to the thermodynamic principle of entropy. And no, this is not an AP chemistry lesson. Entropy is a measure of disorder, and it turns out that the universe favors more disordered systems. This phenomenon is frequently exemplified by your book bags, binders, and my desk. They start out clean and organized, very low entropy, and by the end of the week or year, they are a mishmash of everything in one giant pile, high entropy. Don't fear, my challenge to you has nothing to do with a clean backpack. When I first learned about entropy, I was amazed at how much of my understanding of the world was reshaped. The erosion of rocks, collapse of civilizations, chaos of combustion, cancer's rapid uncontrolled division. Entropy was everywhere. Was there a force powerful enough to fight against it to regain control? I came to realize that the act of living is a fight against entropy. Minus the occasional messy backpack, we battle entropy every moment that we breathe, from the order that we bring to our cellular borders, to the language we use to communicate, to the roadways we construct, to the civilized societies that we create with laws. And for years, I thought this was my profound realization. The purpose of life was to be an oppositional force to entropy. But why then don't we live in peace and harmony? Does the universe just throw too much chaos our way? Or is there something more? As I reflect on this, maybe we're such amazing entropy-fighting creatures that we go looking for walls to build that don't need to be there. One of the first activities that we teach young children is to sort blocks by shape. We are conditioned to look at an object and figure out a way to put it in its right place. Circles with circles, blocks with blocks. We categorize language as nouns, verbs, adjectives, pronouns. We put boundaries around historical dates as set time periods. These are useful systems for us to control our world, to resist entropy. However, maybe we have classifications that have created dividers for us, places where we put up walls and boxed ourselves in with those we perceive as like us. Maybe in our hasty efforts to battle entropy, we have disconnected ourselves from our fellow fighters. So my challenge to you is complex. You can't completely embrace chaos. Trust me, that never ends well. But you also have to recognize when your own mind is tricking you into being an endless entropy-fighting machine. The challenge to you is to find a balance in every aspect of your life, including your studies. Don't compartmentalize your knowledge into traditional science, math, English, history, art. Break the boundaries of disciplinary studies and make your own new pathway. An even greater challenge is to break the boundaries that often divide us as humankind. Find ways to take down those unnecessary walls and let entropy in enough to mix us together. We have come to recognize that we are more than plastic blocks and circles or odd and even numbers. We have the amazing ability to shape the world that we desire to live in. With this challenge at hand, I'll leave you with a quote from Brian Andres. If you hold on to the handle, it's easier to maintain the illusion of control, but it's more fun if you let the wind carry you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Isabella Kiernan. If there is a senior years for dummy book, it would probably be the best-selling thing on the market. Going to high school is like when someone takes the training wheels off a bike. You kind of just push us in the right direction and see where we end up. Some may end up in bushes or on the side of the road or maybe in your neighbor's mailbox. But no matter how many times we crash, we always get up and start again. The best feeling when riding a bike is getting to your destination, no matter how many times you fell or got lost. We finally made it to our destination. It's a day we've talked about since we walked through those doors freshman year. However, we all have to be honest with ourselves. This is scary. Not because this is probably the last day you're ever going to see some of your classmates, or because you're saying goodbye to teachers who have shaped us into adulthood, or because you haven't booked your house for senior week yet. It's because after today, the world as we know it is completely unpredictable. We're waking up tomorrow morning as high school graduates, when just yesterday we were high school students. I bet every one of us has been told by an adult, wait until you get to the real world. How dare they? This is our world. It's completely ours for the taking. Every moment for the past 4 years has been completely real and has informed you into the almost high school graduate. Long Range High School is a special place. We are special people because we come from such a place of diversity. One of the best features of the school is that there wasn't a social standard to reach. There was no mean girls table where you couldn't sit with them, and you were never thought less of what sport you played. It was so easy to be an athlete, an artist, a gamer, a writer, a musician, or even just a teenager, and be accepted. In 2016, there's so much talk about lack of acceptance, whether it's who you love, the color of your skin, or what you choose to do with your free time. We were taught to be college and career ready, but because there was so much exposure to different cultures and people, we are leaving this school on a new level of perspective, maturity, and respect that has turned us into much more than college and career ready students. We have not spent the last 4 years being sheltered from the harsh realities because we've been exposed to different types of people and have learned to be more accepting and loving because of it. I am looking forward to the moment that the 300-something of us make the world a better place due to our level of acceptance and love. And the world needs more people like us. A wise man said, "Don't let your dreams be dreams." He may have been crazy, but he's right. We're going to have opportunities that open doors we've only dreamed of. Going on to college, serving our country, entering the workforce, or even just finding out who you are can all be counted as successful. No matter where we all end up, we can't deny that Long Reach was our home. No matter how much we groan in embarrassment when Mr. Burton calls us a Long Reach family, it's true. Sure, we may be a pretty dysfunctional, only show love on Thanksgiving, untraditional family, but it's 2016 and we can still call this one. I couldn't imagine attending any other high school, and I know that deep down all of you can say the same. We're not perfect kids, but really, who is? Life is under no obligation to make it easy for us, because really, we're not entitled to anything. We fail every day, and yes, we are going to make mistakes. Some we may regret. Regret is an emotion that can tear down all of the work you've put into yourself, so honestly, regret nothing. Fall in love 1,000 times and get your heart broken 1,001, but then meet your true love at 1,002. Run a marathon and collapse at the finish line, but know you've made it. Make a stupid video that's awful to watch, but let it go viral. Lightning never strikes in the same place twice, and we won't. Don't regret the mistake you've made. Learn from them. It's the basic skill your teacher taught you every time they handed you a test that you failed. All the late nights, the way too sweet iced coffees from Dunkin', the come-from-behind wins, and the hard work you've put in through these past 4 years all added up to you sitting here today. I remember sitting with that orchestra these past 3 years and thinking that I was never going to make it here because of all the obstacles. And all of you should be very proud of the obstacles that you've overcame and you sitting here today. No matter where we've been or where you came from, you're here now, We are here now, and no matter how many failures or heartbreaks you've had, you made it. Congratulations, we are the class of 2016.
Good afternoon. My name is Grace Lamore. For one of the first assignments in English this year, we had to answer the question, how does the author create meaning? Now, granted, this was for an English project, and at first glance, it was an ordinary task where we had to analyze a jumble of quotes and other literary devices. Now, we've all seen a prompt like this before, but as I contemplate leaving high school, I think to myself, how do we, as the authors of our own lives, create meaning for ourselves? In Maryland, people often ask, what high school did you go to? And while I'm proud of my school, I certainly hope it is not the pinnacle of all I will do in my life. While I believe that you can have some life-changing experiences in high school, it is not and should not be the best 4 years of our lives. We have only just begun. Our parents and teachers have been with us every step of the way, reading college essays, coming to performances, driving us to games, staying with us after school, and for that we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. But high school is more of a tool. It provides the pen and paper that allows us to take ownership of our story as we transition into adulthood. Now, if we're honest with ourselves for a minute, we can admit that we are the trophy generation. We are the generation that has been given participation certificates for running the relay at the 5th grade field day or receiving a prize for helping out a classmate. When I was in 2nd grade, parents could purchase trophies for their children in the dance recital when there was no actual competition. We didn't want anyone to feel unworthy, and while we have been taught this lesson with the best of intentions, it has taken away from the real accomplishments. Up to this point, many of us have a similar story with a similar meaning. Do we want to be the generation that minimizes others' accomplishments when we have so many to celebrate? Brené Brown, author of Rising Strong, says, "When we own the story, we can write a unique new ending." Maybe you haven't found the inspiration to start writing your story yet. Maybe you've only been defined as a jock or a nerd or a drama queen. But what happens at Longreach stays at Longreach. While who you are today may be a part of your story, it is not the whole story. Among the graduates before me today, we have someone who is accepted to Stanford's engineering program, someone who has started her own cupcake delivery business, someone who has worked with top scientists at the Applied Physics Lab to create a model for optimal lunar landings. I don't even know what that means. We have athletes who have worked tirelessly since age 5 who are now headed to Division I schools. We also have people who work behind the scenes, students who have worked to put on school productions, adjusting lighting and sound to help their classmates on stage shine even brighter. We have students who spent the entire summer planning the homecoming dance, and students who stay after school to help peers work on their homework even when it doesn't count for service hours. We have those who work multiple jobs to financially support their families. And we have been so fortunate to go to a school in a community that is so diverse and representative of the world in which we are about to enter. In 20 years' time, nobody will look back on their high school years as the culmination of their life's accomplishments. In 20 years, you might see the person sitting next to you being recognized for pioneering a new field in the sciences. The girl who sat next to you in history class could end up being your child's math teacher. The boy in your English class could write the next great American novel. We have the potential to become doctors, social workers, even leads in Broadway musicals. Whatever you choose to write your story about, write it for you, not to satisfy someone else's expectations. Audrey Hepburn said, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible." All your life you've been told that you're special. Now is your chance to prove it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Joshua Kalina, Vice President. Mr. Burton, the class of 2016 would like to present this gift to Longreach High School for all that you and the school has done for our class.
At this time, before I bring remarks, can we please give a warm Longreach family welcome to our county executive, the Honorable Alan Kittleman, as he comes up to bring remarks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Burton. First of all, on behalf of the residents of Howard County, congratulations to Long Reach High School's class of 2016. You have made it. And I know you're excited about this day, and I have a sense of what you felt like, or you feel like, because 40 years ago, this week, I sat right where you are. Of course, it wasn't for Long Reach, because Long Reach didn't exist. It was for another school in Howard County, but I also graduated across the stage 40 years ago this week. And yes, I am very old. But what I also want to tell you is it goes fast. It really does. In the blink of an eye, I've had children now graduate from Howard County high schools, and it seems like just yesterday that they were little. And so I encourage you to enjoy this moment, but also enjoy your life. Enjoy what you have going forward in the future, because it goes so quickly. I also think it's appropriate that we have these graduation ceremonies every year right around the Memorial Day weekend. The weekend where we honor the fallen heroes who have served our country and given the ultimate sacrifice, the women and men. And I think we should thank them. As well as all the veterans who have served our country. If there are any veterans, if you could please stand. I'd like to recognize the veterans who have served our country. Thank you so much. Because graduates, you wouldn't be here but for them. We have a tremendous county and country and state, but it's all because people are willing to stand the gap for us. And so, as I end my remarks, I will tell you that a lot of people measure success in many different ways. Some by how much money you make, some by what prestigious office you hold, some by how many possessions you have. I choose to say successes should be measured by what we do for others, how we serve others. And I would just ask you, as you are achieving and as you are moving forward, take the time to see what you can do to serve others. And that's one small way you can repay your family for all they've done for you, your friends for all they've done for you, and for these veterans for what they've done for you. So live a great life, look out how you can help others, and let's go Lightning, let's do it.
Let's give it up for the class of 2016. I can't hear you. Let's give it up for the class of 2016. Members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Renee Foose, Central Office leaders, members of the faculty, honored guests, parents, family, friends, and most importantly, members of the graduating class of 2016, I want to welcome you to the 19th annual commencement ceremony for Long Reach High School. Today is a day to celebrate the accomplishments and perseverance of each and every graduate seated before us. It has been an unforgettable year for the Long Reach family. We have much to celebrate, including being honored as a silver medal school and ranked in Newsweek magazine as one of the top schools in Maryland and in the nation. Our Science Olympiad, you can clap for that. Our Science Olympiad and MESA teams placing at states. Our FBLA team will be representing Long Reach and Howard County at the national competition. And our girls soccer, girls basketball, and softball teams all made it to the regional semifinals. These graduates have exhibited talent and shown grit and tenacity in competition and especially in the classroom. With that thought in mind, let me share some highlights about the class of 2016. There are over 350 graduates in the class of 2016. 94% of them will be attending various colleges and universities this fall. They have been awarded millions of dollars in scholarship money to attend top-tier schools all over the country. 6 will be joining the armed forces to represent our great nation and to help keep us safe. There are 4 commended National Merit Scholar honorees amongst the graduates, including 3 National Merit Scholarship finalists. There are 7 Gold Key winners from the 2016 Scholastic Art Awards competition. There are first-place winners of the 2016 HOCO Film Festival seated before us today. There are graduates seated here who won first place at the prestigious U.S. All-Star Federation Cheerleading Worlds. There is a Wendy's High School Heisman National finalist seated here today. And in this class is one of the first recipients of the Teachers for Tomorrow, or T4T scholarships, that was awarded through the partnership between HCPSS and McDaniel College. As I look at this sea of purple, it makes me so proud to be the principal of such a dynamic group of young men and women. For those of you who know me well, you know I'm not very fond of that Dirty Bird football team up in Baltimore. But for those of you who are Ravens fans, it is nice to share school colors with the home team. As I reflect on what to say to you, class of 2016, I am drawn to a message of clarity. Clarity is defined as the quality of being easy to see or hear or to be clear. When there is a lack of clarity, there is confusion. It is normal to feel uncertain and fearful of the future when you can't see clearly. Without clarity, it can feel like you can't see what the future holds, what decisions to make, or what next steps to take. It is sort of like a cloudy day when you cannot see the sun or the landscape right in front of you as though they are not even there. You are left feeling stuck in a dense fog of uncertainty and confusion. Should I follow my dream or play it safe? Should I choose this major or that one? Should I attend a major university on the other side of the country or start with a local community college? Or join the armed forces or learn a new trade? Should I choose this career which boasts the prospects of a lucrative future and steady employment? Or should I follow my passion which lights me up but has an unclear path? These are all difficult questions. And honestly, class of 2016, I don't have all the answers. But what I do know is that the stress and stagnancy of indecision are often created by a lack of clarity. So for the few minutes I have left, I have some thoughts I'd like to share with you on how to get clear. Graduates, as you navigate through life in your next chapters, be focused on finding your voice and finding your unique path. The overarching bedrock of society points to external forces such as society standards of success, financial affluence, fame and fortune to command our focus and attention and direct our path. However, every doctrine of wisdom, regardless of the faith, religion, or cultural background, ultimately advises us to seek wisdom from within to guide our path. In the words of the famed psychologist Carl Jung, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. Look inside to discover your unique path and your true voice. Take time to get quiet. Take a deep breath and ask yourself a few questions. What is unclear to me right now? Who or what resources do I need in order to get clarity? What decision will clarity empower me to make? Most importantly, remember to seek answers from within, guided by the path that you feel intuitively led to follow. Things tend to just magically fit when they are right for you. Doors tend to open, and circumstances tend to align themselves to support you in pursuit of your uniquely inspired path. Get quiet, get clear, and follow your path. Once you get clear, it is like rays of sun burning away the fog of confusion, and suddenly you are no longer stuck. So what does this all mean, class of 2016? Winston Churchill once said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Graduates, as you embark on your careers and life work, remember that your significance will not be based on your job, but instead on your contributions to society. Each of our tombstones will be filled with a date of birth and a date of death, but it is what fills in the dashes in the middle that makes the most difference. Be determined to leave this world a better place than you found it. I close with the words of a song written and performed by a prolific icon who we lost recently, whose words have ironic relevance for the class of 2016. I believe many of you will recognize the words, and if so, please join in during the chorus. Graduates, I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. I only want to see you in these purple robes. I only wanted to see you in these purple robes today. Purple. Purple rain, purple rain. I think it's obvious why I didn't sing the rest of the time. Congratulations to the class of 2016 of Long Reach High School, where purple reigns supreme. Ms. Valancourt and Dr. Foose, as principal of Long Reach High School, I hereby certify that your graduates seated before you have met all the requirements for graduation as set forth by the Howard County Public School System and the Maryland State Department of Education. They are eligible to receive a Maryland High School diploma, a certificate of completion, or a certificate of attendance. Long Reach family, please give a warm welcome to our superintendent, Dr. Renee Foose, as she comes to the podium.
Congratulations, Long Reach High School class of 2016. I want to say you look good in those purple robes. Proud of you, so proud of you. I came out here almost 2 hours early today to take a look at the stage, to make sure everything was ready for when you arrived. Some of you were arriving. But what was very clear to me and very heartwarming, as your principal, Mr. Burton, says, you are the Long Reach family. I got to talk to some of your family that came here 2 hours early to get a good seat. I spoke to families from as far away as Philadelphia, New Orleans, New Jersey, very far away, all over the country. I talked to about 12 families today. And the one thing we all have in common is we are proud of you. Proud of you. I'm not going to tell you to be successful because you already are. You already are successful. You know what to do. You got here today. It took a long time to get here, but here you are. You did it. My challenge to you is, now that you've done this, go do it again. Continue this level of success because you know how to do it. You ready to graduate? I don't know, Mr. Burton. I didn't hear a thing. Are you ready to graduate? Let's make it official. Your principal certified that you're ready to graduate. So I hereby accept that these members of the Long Reach High School class of 2016, in their beautiful robes that are purple, have met the appropriate graduation requirements and are eligible to receive a Maryland High School diploma or certificate. I wish each of you the best of luck and continued success on your life journey. Congratulations, class of 2016. It's my pleasure to introduce board member Mrs. Cynthia Valancourt.
Good afternoon. Gotta remember what time it is. I wouldn't even try to top what the advice that your classmates and your principal and Dr. Foose have given you, because It's all true. It's all something to think about later. I don't think you really need to hear any of my advice, but I'm going to give you some anyway. Please and thank you are still the magic words. Your manners will set you apart, and it's no skin off your nose to be kind all the time. Now, I have a longer version and a shorter version of my usual speech. Which would you like? Let's get you your diplomas then.
Could be hot. Would you hold these packs and hand me one pack at a time, and then I'll do the same thing for you, so they're not like all crumbling all over the place?
Whatever you need.
Would you?
Yeah, whatever helps you.
So just set yours down there. Okay. And then you hold these, and I'll read these. I'll switch sides with you.
You need this right here. So
Okay.
you have an idea.
Yeah, I have the line. I'm gonna move this over.
I'm gonna go see where.
Should I read this part now?
Yes.
Should I read the book now?
During the reading of names, please be respectful of all students and their families by keeping applause and celebrations to a minimum so that all students' names can be heard. We also ask that all aisles remain clear, and to keep the dignity of the ceremony, please refrain from using any noisemakers. Are you ready? Now? Go. Colleen Marie Flaherty. Amanda Paige Cornett. Isabella Teresa Karanungan. Grace Lear Lamore. Ashley Celia Acevedo. Randall Scott Adams. Chinagolum Ndubisi Adigwe. Kofi Ajamong. Ala Rashid Ahmed. Zachary Ian Quinton Aka. Akinas Babatunde Akinlosotu. Aisha Adedoy Olamide Alade. Estrella Marjorie Allen. Oscar Jose Altamirano Marquina. Ama Ajiwa Ampofu Owosu. Lauren Elizabeth Anderson. Jonathan Kyle Antis. Kayla Mackenzie Appler. Jeremy Nathaniel Arnold. Miguel Angel Arredondo. Corey Daniel Atanasoff. Yorlani Marilee Ayala Hercules. Kayla Baldelli. Lacey Ann Barger. Delshay Lacree Barlow. Nicole Elizabeth Bailey Hay. Samantha Elaine Benitez. Brian Timothy Berry. Benjamin Luke Blair. Alia Irene Spencer L. Bostic. Makai Ishmael Bowers. Taylor Alexis Boyles. Alana Renee Brandt. Jennifer Gabrielle Brassfield. Sakai Briggs. Jasmine Tynese Brisbane. Randall Edward Britt. Andre Broadnax. Amari Jade Brooks. Dante Kenneth Brown. Nina Cyan Brown. Dorothy Cadet. Connor Flynn Calder. Michaela Sky Kaplan. Eric Rolando Carpio Payeras. Felix Antonio Carrasquillo de Leon. Kevin Walter Carter. Carissa Lee Carey. Matthew Douglas Carey. Amy Castillo Ayala. Joel Alberto Say. Davette Nana Caesar. David Caesar. Daquan Montrell Chambers. Raekwon Montel Chambers. Iris Violeta Chavez. Malika Martine Cheristal. Danny Dong Hyok Chin. Michelle Sumi Chung. Biak Z Sung Sin. Erin Ashley Clark. Ajane Kiara Cobb. Shada Ariana Collado. Alexandria Nicole Collins. Gabriella Lynn Connor. Reginald Fitzgerald Cooper II. Ashley Brianna Cottrell. Taylor Lauren Crosby. Tahuan Tuai. Bryson McKinley Cuffey. Jalissa DaCosta. Richard Damian. Shavannah Starr Davin. Lakira Lachey Davis. Alexa Michelle Dean. Jennifer Lynn DeMario. Alexander Richard Donaldson. Michael Locke Dosham Jr. Taylor Nicole Doss. Colleen Marie Dudley. Alexis Melina Marie Duncan. Princess Duncan. Aaliyah Monet Dupree.
Jasmine Nicole Durden. Tiffany Marie Edwards. Tyler Hunt Brent England. Alexandra Camille Etheridge. Nagar Etatad. Marcus Eubanks. Waranika Nairi Evans. Cameron Mitchell Eyring. Ifoma Izimako. Kevin James Fan. Carla Marie Michelle Fernandez Chalisman. Darnell Trayvon Fields. Adam John Fitzgerald. Daisy Bixabel Flores Mendez. Courtney Michelle Forgen. Charius Jeremiah Fox. Isaiah Donnie Frazier. Seneca Ashley Friend. Genesis Garita. Yuenye Gong. Elnada Solomon Gassesi. Lael Nakira Gibbon Sanders. Daniel Elicio Gomez. Elijah Jason Graham. Joshua Thomas Green. Haley Megan Greenspan. Charles Eduardo Greenstreet. Christopher Daniel Hagan. Timothy Jin Suk Han. Destiny Alexis Hale. Dante Lafayette Hamiel. Nehemiah Sinke Hamilton. Dakira Anaya Handy. DeAndrea Mariah Harmon. Sarah Elizabeth Harriman. Lauren Christina Harris. Adna Khalid Hassan. Danielle Hope Hawthorne. Brandon Raekwon Herring. Jenna Hiji. Christopher Hildreth. Colin Hinkle. Dar Za Hem. Maria Nicole Holland. Colin Evan Holmgren. Lancelot Stefan Hope. Parker Bruce John Hope. Okay. Nadia Janae Hopkins. Rebecca Sean Luoma Hobson. Deontay Khalik Howard. James Huh. Taya Brielle Hunt. Tiffany Amber Trung Nguyen. Madison Hope Yampiere. Nancy Young. Von Ni Young. Zakia Margaret Elizabeth Ince. Amanda Nicole Jackson. Tavay Jalea Ora Jackson.
Joshua Iola Fawole. Zoe Yasmin Jackson. Matthew Jarrell. Dontre Isaiah Jefferson. Brian Scott Jensen. Delonte Eugene Jones. Leah Carlette Jordan. Noah Luke Josephson. Caitlin Ann Kammer. Ilana Mariel Katzen. Noorpreet Kaur. Judy Kim. Rachel Semi Kim. Sarah Sohee Kim. Tiffany Ann Ko. Woo Ri Ko. Rosaline Sia Kumbale. Sophia Jion Lee. Taylor Michelle Lee. Deasia Michael Lewis. Morgan B. Lim. Stephanie Joanna Linares. Kevin Alejandro Lina. Abigail Rachel Lipner. Louis David Lizama Garcia. Jordi Ernesto Lopez. Aisha Brianna Maisha Lucas. Aaliyah Nicole Lyle. Sam Shing Ma. Enrique Miguel Magana. Lindsay May Major. Imani Sade Mallard. Erin Elizabeth Malone. Beatriz Perez Marental. Aldefano Marana. Alyssa Michelle Marshburn. Brian David Martinez. Andrea Michelle Martinez Hernandez. John Michael Martin. Burhanuddin Qassam Marvi. Morgan Sidney Mayo. Jabril Markeith McLean. Connor Keith McVickers. Alexander Jose Medina. Lindsay Catherine Meehan. Lydia Manazria. Esley Margarita Mendez. Ryan Lee Menuson. Courtney Alexis Miles. Allison Renee Miller. Miles Xavier Mixon. Talha Mohsin. Korshan Kennard Moody. Ariel Alexis Moore. Monica Vanessa Morales Carillas. Hannah Elise Morris. Muli Kamanthi Muya. Zachary David Nedley. Samantha Nutzling. Jamira Monette Newby. Denisha Newman. Leon Win Win. Ann Dang Thien Nguyen. John Stephen Nolan. Dorsa Nobahar. Connor Kenneth O'Brien. Chuma Ifedi Okolo. Idil Mohammed Omar. Rosamond Louise O'Neill. Elijah Opaku. Kevin O'Rourke. Brian Walsh O'Rourke. Terry Lee Owens. Brianna Verisa Owu. Andrew Joseph Pagliocini. Nia Patrice Palmer. Christopher Nicholas Papavasilis. Ji Hoon Park. Jada Alexis Parker. Jessica Patel. Mitil Manish Patel. Nitik Umishbi Patel. Evangeline Josephine Patterson. Anthony Ryan Paul. Savion Armand Peacock. Miracle Oyi Oluwa Pedro. Samuel Edward Penn II. Malachi Xavier Perez. Daniela Perez Rodin. Tyler Brianna Peterson. Liam Michael Phillips. Anna Karen Pina Rico. Travis Alexander Priller. Justin Kai Pruitt. Nyla Alize Pruitt. Amanda Dana Raid. Valentina Ramirez. Myra Ramon Escobar. Stephen Michael Ransom. Julie Rebele. Jacqueline Marie Reed. Karen Lisbeth Rivera. Manuel Alejandro Rivera. Camila Rogers. Justice Armani Ryan Jackson. Eduardo Isaias Sanchez Valadez. Devin Michael Sanders. Vikram Singh Sandhu. Ama Sapong. Kendra Shai Scarlett. Brandon Chase Schlichtig. Adrian Isaac Sedano. Ashley Marie Sedlak. Solani Mohit Shah. Sky Teresa Shields. Naomi Yuri Shin. Abror Shikarov. Aryan Singh. Richana Siragiri. Matthew David Smith. Michael James Smith. Dakota DeAndre Smith. Selena Marie Solomon. Kudus Solomon. Marlena Dolores Solomon. Aaron Johnson Souza. Ryan Elizabeth Spencer. Nicholas Alexander Frederick Spiegler. Jordan Alexis Stanford. Olivia Ray Stang. Taryn Amanda Mooney Stewart. Darian Kamei Studer. Emily Lucille Sturm. Joseph June Sa. Hanem Sung. Jason Alexander Sutton. Eileen Chelsea Tapia. Joshua Abiel Taylor. Erica Edith Tejada Membrano. Jairus Ta Bia Chinpar. Jalivia Ayin Thomas. Hannah Thuku. Lady Elizabeth Sia. Brooke Ashley Denise Tucker. Austin Ray Underwood. Tyler Russell Upright. Quentin John Valiente. Matthew Keith Van Nostrand. Manny Enrique Villar. Elijah Samuel Waleski. Shamia Tayshawn Walker. Dorian Allen Walker. Thomas Alexander Walker. Dominique DeMaje Washington. Faraz Ahmed Wassan. Kiera Simone Watford. Savon Watkins. Phil Waters. Jamie Nicole Welk. Levon Wells. Nala Ali West. Samuel David Whitaker. Mark Anthony Wickline. Suquan Abraham Wiggins. John Donnell Williams III. Jordan Purnell Williams. Camille Tamia Williams. Isabel Ryan Wilson. Tyler Eric Morales Winbush. Christopher Charles Woodard. Eliana Monique Woodard. Teresa Joanna Wright. Vanessa Alexis Robe. Theodore Sonny Yang. David Philip Yu. Jesse Rochelle Zaki. Joshua Fawole. Anna Valeria Juarez. Ms. Valancourt, please allow the following Howard County Public School System staff members to award their children's diplomas. Patricia Bakunis, Long Reach High School. Abigail Nicole Bakunis. Dana Haynes Powell, Old Cedar Lane. Maya Ashton Bevels. Nicole Epstein, Deep Run Elementary School. Antonia Lee Epstein. Robin Gilbert, Duckett's Lane Elementary School. Alexander Jordan Gilbert. Valerie Keeley, Bowman Bridge Elementary School. Charles Justin Keeley. Leanne Kalina, Long Reach High School. Joshua Aaron Kalina. Geraldine Dorzen, Long Reach High School. Heather T. Latour. Monica Maiden, Guilford Elementary School. Lauren Ariel Maiden. C. Vernon Gray, former Howard County Councilman. William Peter Parham III.
No, we moved it. Get out of the way.
We go through many stages in our lifetime. Like any other stage in life, high school is a stage. We learn to grow and mature here. By turning our tassels from the right to the left, we show that we have passed from one stage and are moving to another. Class of 2016, please stand up and join me in turning your tassels from right to left, moving on to our next stage of life. Congratulations, class of 2016.
Thank you all for coming. Please allow all of the graduates to exit before you leave. Diplomas will be distributed behind the stage following the recessional.